Hello, truck simulator lovers. Nice to see you all again in another new gameplay video. How's your day going, everyone? I hope you and your families are doing great. Guys, do you feel the same way I do? Time flies so fast. It's hard to believe we're already halfway through 2026. So, for anyone who has had a tough half year, I hope we can get through the rest of this year much better. All right, guys. If you've watched my last two videos, you probably already recognize where we are right now. We're currently at an aggregate mine on the outskirts of Clarkston, Washington, inside the mobile game that has most bugs and issues, yet really fun and challenging to be playing, Truck Simulator Pro US, often abbreviated as TSPUS. Today we're transporting aggregate sand once again, but this time we'll be using a different trailer, a sand trailer, instead of a side dump trailer. We'll also be driving a cab-over truck to pull it, a 2006 Freightliner Argosy. In the game, however, it's called the Freightliner Argon. And here they are, our Freightliner cab-over truck for today's job, with the sand trailer hooked up behind it. Before we load up the load, let's take a closer look at today's truck. The 2006 Freightliner Argosy is a heavy-duty cab-over truck built for demanding transportation jobs. Unlike conventional trucks, with a long hood in front, the Argosy features a cab-over engine design, which means the engine sits directly beneath the cab. This makes the truck shorter overall, while still providing plenty of power for hauling heavy loads. Although the Argosy was sold in North America for a time, and now is no longer production, it became especially popular in countries like Australia and New Zealand. There, it's often seen hauling massive loads, including B-double trailers and even road trains, across long stretches of highway. In today's gameplay, this legendary truck will be pulling a sand trailer loaded with aggregate sand. It'll be interesting to see how this classic cab-over handles the journey and whether it still has what it takes to get the job done. By the way, it's almost 6 a.m. now. It means the mining activities will start soon. Now let's take a look at the truck cabin interior. The sleeper cab isn't as large as the Freightliner Cascadia, but it's still comfortable, with all the necessary storage and inventory. While the textures in the game aren't the best, they're still quite good. Okay, buddy, since the mining activities have already started, now we'll head to the loading zone to load up the aggregate sand. Bismillah. Now let's do one of the interesting parts of this gameplay. So guys, the loading system for this sand trailer is through one of the two doors on top of the trailer. Conversely, the unloading system will go through two doors at once, which are at the base of the trailer. You will see how it works later, when we get to the construction materials factory in Kalispell, Montana. Now we check the suggested route on the map. We don't need to worry about route bugs appearing on the map because it will work fine on the navigator. So guys, on this trip I will change the route. Instead of taking the inside streets of Sandpoint, we'll take the route to Missoula. I think it's closer and quicker. Alright guys, the cargo has been loaded and the route has been decided. Now it's time to leave this mine site. Bismillah. We'll fill up the fuel first, guys. Bismillah. You know what, guys? I missed the exit back there. But don't worry. Since the in-game map is integrated, there are always new route suggestions in the in-game navigator. We've made it into Kalispell, guys. The materials factory is just a few minutes away now. Alhamdulillah, guys, we've reached the destination. Before we unload the cargo, I would like to thank you all for watching. Whether you're a longtime subscriber or new to the channel, I really appreciate your support. It means a lot. I apologize if the video quality wasn't as good as you expected, but if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. It will help the channel to keep growing. Please leave a comment if you have any thoughts about this game or this video, and feel free to share it to your friends if you think it's worth watching. As I mentioned earlier when loading the cargo, if the unloading process is done through 2 doors at the bottom of the trailer, Okay guys, that's it for today's video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Please subscribe if you haven't yet, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any uploads. Take care, be polite, and stay awesome.